Hey everybody, Goat from Goat and Hog here, back with another video for Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. And I wanted to cover on this one inventory management. One of the big things of Diablo when you get all your loot is what are you going to do with it, how are you going to store it, where are you going to put it, how do you get to things in your inventory. So let's say here I dropped all these items on the ground. Let's say it was just a normal loot drop. You could see all these things that you could walk over and pick up. Now, one of the first things you'll notice when you pick something up is on the bottom left, just over my mana there, you see the name of the item you picked up, and you see the arrows letting you know whether or not a rough estimate of if it would be a good upgrade for you or not. Now, that one wasn't very good, that one's not very good. Azure Wrath, that one's going to give me a little more life on hit and healing and that sort of thing, so it's a little better there. But let's go over here to Tell Rashes. You can see there, big upgrade. Now what can I do with that little menu showing up there on the left side? Well, if you hit up on your D-pad, you can see the things that you can do. On the Xbox One here, I could equip, junk, drop, close. Those are the same things you can do on a PlayStation, just different buttons, obviously. Well, I'm going to quick equip. That's what that little menu is called. I have now equipped it without even having to go to my inventory to check it out. That is very handy if you're using split screen, or not split screen, but same screen co-op or couch co-op, whatever you want to call it, so that people don't have to go into their menus constantly to bring up the inventory and kind of bring a halt to the game. It's a handy way to bring it up and just sort through it on the quick. You can also now, as you can see, you can actually junk things. You can mark it as junk. Ah, that's crap, that's crap. So you don't have to go through and bother with all that stuff in the menus on the couch co-op. So let's pick up everything else we have here. We've got everything here. Now let's bring up the actual menu because I got my inventory. I'm here all by myself. I got the time to sort it out. First off, you'll notice all the flashy stars. Flashy stars are brand new things you've picked up and haven't looked at yet. The gold stars are normal ones. The green stars are going to be legendaries and set pieces. Legendaries are better. So we can bring these up here, and one of the things you can do from here by selecting whatever area you want, whatever slot, you can then bring up the left side and use the X button to compare that weapon to the one you're currently using. For instance, why is Spell Lore going to give me much more defense and healing? Well, we can see that I'm going to get more life on kill, and I'm going to have a lot more vitality. So that's going to allow me to heal more, but I'm going to do less damage. So you can browse through those to check out what you want. Now if you want to manually junk things when you're in here, when you have them selected, you can just click down on the right trigger and manually junk everything you don't like. I don't really care about those. That isn't very good of an upgrade. Well, I like that one. I'm going to put that on. Would that be good with a couple of different gems? Maybe, but not as good as what that set would be like. So the heck with it. I'll go ahead and keep it. So you can sort through all these things. Like I said, I'm not going to junk those two. I'll stash those and probably make use of them on something else. Ooh, a puzzle ring. Forgot I had that. So next up, once you've done all that, let's say I want to keep things. Like those two items that I wanted to keep over here. I want to keep those in my stash. And you can see, I should say, show you this normally. In the center column at the very bottom, you see that you have an inventory of 42 of 60. 60 is the maximum amount of items you can carry on you. And that is across everything in here. That even includes down here in your crafting materials. So they take up space. Your treasures, which I should mention here. If you find a gift, it doesn't automatically send it. You do need to come down to this little bag and hit A to send it. Now I'm going to not send that to Hog because I want to use that for a demonstration of something later. So I'm just going to keep it. But if you hit A, that's actually how it sends it. And you can see this item's only going to be a rare. It's not going to be a legendary. But hey, we can send it to them and get them all excited and then have them get a rare and be grumpy. Now, as I mentioned, you can only carry 60 items. Go to your stash here and you can see on the bottom right, I can carry stash 210 items in there, and I currently have 100. Now, normally, if you haven't upgraded it fully to 210, you would see on the left side below this dial the button you'd need to press to upgrade your stash to more capacity, how much more you'll get, and what it'll cost. It's always gold to bring it up, but it'll allow you to bring it up to 210. So what you can do from here is you can take anything you want to hang on to, pass to your different characters, anything like that, and drop them in your stash. Now, any character on your account, but it is across hardcore and normal only. So a hardcore character can't access your normal stash, but a normal character can access your hardcore stash, obviously. but any other character you have can get into this stash, grab things out of it. So why that's extra special handy too is to go ahead and take your gems, throw them all in there, because any character can go ahead and grab gems out. You see I've got all these here I'm going to drop in. You can do that. And then in crafting as well, we'll cover crafting in a future video, but a big way to cut down on your inventory before you head out is to take all your crafting stuff that you've got after breaking something down before you head out to go adventuring and drop it in your stash. Because those are only going to take up those 1 slots each, and they'll stack up in the stash, but they don't take up space in your bags and allows you for more loot. Because what do we always want? More loot. And don't forget to scroll all the way down here to your purple gems. You didn't have to used to do that in regular Diablo, but now you do in Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. So that should pretty much cover everything about inventory management. Make sure to bulk junk everything, and the reason for that, it's one more thing, sorry about that, is then when you come over here to salvage, now normally you see people, they're going to hit A each time. Boring, right? Well, if you, let me hit continue, if you hit bottom right there, see it says salvage junk by clicking down on the right trigger. That will salvage everything. Now this Azure Wrath I actually didn't want to keep because the stats on it were pretty rough and I don't do melee characters. So I'm just going to go ahead and salvage it for the legendary crafting item. And we click down on the right stick. It warns you, hey, you're going to wreck everything. Yep, I'm good with that. It doesn't tell you what you got because you got so much stuff. But trust me, it's all in there. So now that we've done that, like I said before, let's head back to the stash, drop off all this stuff, and now you can see my inventory is cut down to 14. And that's because I do like to hang on to a few things. Let's see here. Like my potions and my wings and some dyes and things like that. And one more thing in here that you should check out. A lot of people are confused about this. When you see some of these items here in the bag, down below the house, the Adventurer's Journal, the element of celerity? Huh, I was going to say celery. These were originally meant to have to be crafted for legendary items, as you see there. Sorry, I paused while I was reading it because I've never seen one with a green. But you don't actually need them for that. What you can do with those is you can go and sell those for a significant amount of cash. That was an old legacy thing that doesn't actually have there anymore. So it's important to note that you can go here and they take up space, but you can see 75 grand each. That is a significant source of income that you didn't need for anything else. Very handy. Well, that pretty much covers everything. If you have any questions, feel free to post a comment down there. Ask any questions, any suggestions, anything I missed. Maybe I misspoke. Let us know. Feel free to check out the text version of this guide. It's all out on the Diablo official forums. We'll have a link to that in the description. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one where we talk about crafting.